Good evening, everyone. Welcome to yet another exciting book launch event. My name is Dhruv, your host today on behalf of Arjun Books. आशा करता हूँ कि आप सभी को हमारे नए ऑथर से मिलना और उनकी कहानियाँ जानने के बारे में बहुत मज़ा आ रहा होगा। कमेंट सेक्शन में ज़रूर बताइएगा कि इस इवेंट के बाद आपको कैसा लगा। आज हम जिस किताब का लॉन्च कर रहे हैं, उसका नाम है एक्सीडेंटली सोल्ड द बिजनेस आई बिल्ट, फाउंडर्स जर्नी फ्रॉम स्ट्रगल, सोल एंड लेटिंग गो। So, to speak a bit about the author, Dr. Payasami Pradeep is an entrepreneur, investor, and storyteller who built his first company, Intellectual Educare, from just 15,000 and transformed it into a movement that impacted thousands of students and families. From delivering pizzas after his first major business failure to eventually scaling and selling his company to a major edtech giant, Dr. Pradeep's journey blends ambition, compassion, resilience, and deep introspection, if I can add for myself. He is also an investor in over 53 of startups across India and a partner at Carbon 6 Venture Studio. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Payasami Pradeep. Hi sir.
Uh, yeah, hi.
Hi sir, कैसे हैं आप?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm great sir. So आपकी बुक अब Amazon पर लाइव हो चुकी है. Congratulations first from my side. So how are you feeling about this?
Yeah, I'm really feeling excited. Though I have already published a couple of books, but this book was personally about my own journey. So it was my long-term dream that I want to write a book on my own journey. So it's really happy for me.
That's so great to hear sir. So let's help our viewers understand what exactly is the book about and what does how is it does it relate to your journey, I believe.
Yeah. So basically, this book it speaks about how a person, a first-time entrepreneur, who have struggled in setting up his business in a right way. Of and I have worked with various other countries, but still, entrepreneurship journey is something different than all those things. And eventually, I have put all my savings into this, building up this business. And of course, I pulled in one of my core business. Then I just want to make it something that I want to somehow
Yeah.
prove myself, that I'm an entrepreneur to others. Be a simple, So that is how all this journey, struggles, failures, success, all that come up from. So basically, I just want to make it as a book, not as a life story, but there's something interesting where founders can also relate to the story what I have written.
Okay, so that was a really great line. So let's start with a bit of the questions. Okay. So your book, you accidentally sold the business. How what inspired you to write this number about your back and entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, so it's been more than 10 years when all these stories have been happened, but still somehow back in the mind, as an investor, when I listen to some of the pitches from the present, entrepreneurial, youngsters who is coming up. So I mean, I thought like these stories could able to connect with them. Like it's not just that fancy word or fancy shows what you see in TV, but you build a business, someone will come and give you funds. It's not in that way. So there are many things that we need to follow up, as in the journey of entrepreneur, in the journey of building a business, and of course, the most interesting thing, which as an investor, most of them will see is how big we have failed and how we have, come up out of that failures and all those things. So I have,
Yes.
yeah, so I have just ensured that I have kept, the honesty of the failures wherever we have failed to an extent. What all I can put or what all I can written in this book. I have just mentioned all those stories in the book and
Okay.
I thought somehow, at least, few of them could able to connect. And for the aspiring entrepreneurs, I believe they could understand how to the entrepreneurial journey.
Kind of book you are written or
Yeah,
just put out there in the market.
yeah, right.
Okay, that's a wonderful answer I can say. So coming to the next one, how did you come up with the title actually? Accidentally sold the business I built. Was it some
Uh,
personal flaw or something like that?
no, the initial title I was thinking of. I mean, I was the longer time it have taken for me is to decide on the title. where how to make this story fit in. I mean, the title fit in the story. But of course, that is what the title says about our journey. Because when I started the business, I was not in any intention to sell the business. The offer have come, and after that, we had a lot of struggles in deciding whether to go for selling our business, and we had different other emotional things that has been connected with our teams and all those things before we decide on selling the business. But until the last moment, we were not sure that we are going to sell the business. So we were in the mindset of saying no, but accidentally we sold the business. That is what the story is of. I don't want to reveal much more on that. Maybe very,
It can actually correlate with the title of the book.
yeah,
One
uh,
wins it.
yeah,
Okay. That was actually point to the point, basically all about the book only.
yeah.
This is great.
Being in today's scenario, meet youngsters, who are having their own business. So they have two set of pods. One is they can raise funds and they can manage the business, or they were in a mindset that they need to start a business and some big unicorn should acquire them. So
Acquire
it is
them.
the
This, the new generation, you can say, thinking is around this criteria only.
yeah, yeah. But when I was selling it, so we were not in the mindset that, I mean, I was not even aware that there is a market for selling a business, but it all came to us accidentally. So that is how the title have picked.
So the title is not about it.
Yeah.
It was That's a great line. Okay, so coming to the third one. So what was the most defining moment in your journey from, you can say, struggle to success?
Um, Obviously, I personally believe the turning point is always the struggle, not the success, because our, you know, success speaks for the
But yeah,
post or social media post or reel, but the real transformation comes on the struggle. And if you read the book, you can see on every chapter we had faced many struggles, and we overcome the struggle to the next one. Then a bigger struggle will come. Then we overcome it bigger. Then some more
and
bigger. So yeah, every struggle actually transforms us. And when I write this book, it was like I was reliving those moments which have happened 10 years before. And even today, I couldn't able to, believe that, yes, these are all the struggles which I had in my life when I built for business, and somehow I have overcome that. So uh, that is something, how it has been transformed. Now, sometimes I also feel, okay, these are all maybe after 10 years, when I see those struggle, it looks so small. But in those days, how we have faced, yeah, that's the story.
that's the story all around.
Yeah.
Not come basically, not exactly a specific moment in time, but you can say a journey of emotions, a journey of pinpoints you had to face struggle. Like,
Yes, there are many moments. See,
really,
even on the book you can read where first the decision to identify myself whether I'm fit to be an entrepreneur. That is where my first struggle started, and the reason why I want to start my business. That is my second question. I have been struggling a lot to identify that. And third, when I started at my first business with all my savings, and the business got failed within 6 to 9 months, then came a major struggle. Then I was on the mindset whether should I continue to be an entrepreneur or go to a safe job and stay happy. Then I had taken from random roads where somehow I thought like I need to make the journey, and then I have started my next business. So as I was so careful on starting this business, which I have spoken in the book about intellect educator. But still, there have been many struggles apart from how much ever I lost culture, that much ever the struggles are there been for me on transforming. Yeah, it's all about struggles and success.
slow and all in all. Okay, after the session itself, I believe I will be reading the book exactly to give it my opinion as well.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for that. Yeah.
Okay. So, your book talks a lot about balancing soul versus scale, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah.
So, what does that mean for you?
Um, so I always see, I mean, now I see other entrepreneurs. few years back, as have building this business is something kind of a soul, which have come out from myself. So obviously, it is my soul and the teams that I have gathered. And it's all a kind of, I mean, rather than the business that we run, it is also something and emotional balances between the organization that we need to come when we start from scratch. If it is a big organization that we start, once the organization starts growing big, then I don't think so. Like how much, we could able to connect with all the team members who are part of the business. But since we started just with some 15,000 with 120 square feet office and the core team where they were in and the sacrifices they have made for us. And some of my core team members, they were also part of my first business where I have, absolutely sent them out of my first business, telling them I cannot pay you the salary. But still, they trusted me when I asked them, please come and join in my second business. This time I will let you down. And they have trusted me. They have joined the business and they were being part of major decisions that we were been taking. So, and the contribution. So, in the initial days when we had some, struggles financially, I have even, got many financial supports from my own employees who have even pledged their jewels to make the business do good. And in one of the chapters, you can read like where the business was going good, but as a founder, I did not have a penny to have my own winner. So once my team member came to know about that, of course, we made a different strategy later, but still, once my team members came to know about that, they start bringing food for me every day. Uh, so there have been many other good journals. Okay, they didn't think that I'm the founder of this business. Let him do whatever it is. We will be saved just with our salary, but they have been connected with us in all the ups and downs of this journey. So that's
So
how
we always
I
were present with you during the business.
right. So that's how this business somehow it have come to us as a kind of a store. But when a bigger company had approached us for acquiring it, so there was again some of the major I would say the toughest decision that we need to take whether to sell the business or just dissolve the business. So, and if I sell the business, how do they feel? Would they be treated properly, or they would be just another employee in a big corporate? So there are many situations that's been happening. So that is how we have balanced the business approach during those years as well. And I have somehow tried to mix in the emotions in writing the book. How the how we were sitting in those days on deciding whether to sell the business or not to sell the business and what are the terms that we have come out in Kaldu?
So what was the final answer you can say actually selling? I believe you are an owner of the business as of right now also, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. And before that, a couple of years, if we go into the past, you were a salaried person, I believe.
yeah.
To just a small question from my side only as a host. So exactly what was the turning point in your as an employee that you felt the need to start a business?
Uh, of course, my journal. Okay, so when I was an employee, uh, you know, everything was going good, and suddenly the company say they are laying it off. Okay, in my first job, for no reason. I was not sure why it has been happen and where it has been happen. Then when I was working in Dubai, on one of the day morning when we reached our office, the company was shut down. Baku was not open, and that is the second toughest decision that have happened in my life. And when I went to work in Saudi, of course, the lifestyles and all those things which was not suitable. Then I decided if employment is also such a tough thing, why can't I start facing all tough things for my own so that I will have some story to tell in later years of my life. That is how this journey has started.
Okay. So in a bit of other scenarios and other events as well. This is a unique answer that your app got. That's
Okay.
what it's strange and that's a good thing as well. It
Yeah.
is a
If there's a
equally getting story inside the country only.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay, so the last question of the first types. Okay, so what do you want readers, especially entrepreneurs of your book, who will be reading, I believe, giving it about, to take away from your story? What do you expect them to actually gain from your story?
Um, I would just tell them that, uh, you know, uh, you're all welcome to have your own entrepreneurial journey, but also be cautious that there will be many ups and downs in those journey. It is not that something, you start a business and people are waiting to, buy your own product. You need to make all your efforts to put in. And it's not just that one decision you have taken right. That doesn't mean that, you are safe and your journey is going to be so smooth. As much as decisions you take right, as much as the other side, where you also need to balance those things. So as an entrepreneur, you always, need to sit out of of your own journey and see how you can balance the things. How your business, how your employees, how the market, how potentially is your investors into a scenario, or if your competitors. So you cannot sit inside the business and take decisions. Many a time you need to sit outside and take the decision.
Okay, okay. That's particular unique approach to the, you can say, the business mindset for the Indian entrepreneurs, like yourself, I believe in the past and for the future generation,
Yeah,
I can guess.
right. So I have learned
Yeah.
it in a very tough way. So I thought some of my suggestions was able to help them. Yeah.
Is a anyway, journey is we unfit.
Sorry?
Yeah, basically just helping young entrepreneurs to, you can say, never make the mistakes. I believe you did in the while starting a business, I can say.
Yeah. Rather than repeating my mistake, you can try some new mistakes.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, so coming to the next topic, I believe themes of struggle, I can say, failure and transformation. So, which failure in your journey taught you the most powerful lesson that you have, I believe, implemented in your book?
Um, I would say two, three failures, but majorly in the context of the business, what I have discussed in this book is that one of the failure which I have told that business was going good, and suddenly when I look back into my